can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't.
Hey girl, hey, welcome to a new video. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a like, leave me a comment. If you are not new here, then welcome back. If y'all are not new, then y'all know I am pregnant. I will be 35 weeks tomorrow. So today we are going to talk about my pros and cons of pregnancy. My first pro of pregnancy would actually be my morning sickness. And I know y'all are watching thinking, Hannah, morning sickness is not a pro. But when your morning sickness only lasts for 2 weeks, it is. So my morning sickness, it started maybe the day after, 2 days after I found out I was pregnant. I started having morning sickness. And the first couple days, it was just like nausea. I wasn't actually vomiting. But one morning I got up for work and I was not feeling good. And I was like, oh Lord, please no, I don't want to throw up. I don't want to throw up because I hate throwing up. But y'all, it hit me. But once the wave was over, I felt better. Got to work, started doing my job, and I was good. But around lunchtime, the wave came back and I was like, oh man. So it hit me again. Most of it was just nausea. I think I only threw up like 3 times, like actually threw up like 3 times. But it wasn't bad. It was only for 2 weeks, and I expected it to be for, a month, because a lot of people have morning sickness for a month. Some people have it their whole pregnancy. So I'm just blessed that I only had it for a couple weeks. So that is a big pro for me. Pro number 2 was definitely my class. They started behaving different. They were listening better. I found myself having to repeat less and less. They were doing stuff that they knew they were supposed to do without me having to ask. And for a while, it was like, who are these kids and what have they done with my class? It was a little crazy at first. Pro number 3 was eating my food. If y'all don't know me, if y'all know me personally, then y'all know when I would eat, I didn't finish a whole meal. Like if we went out to eat, I'm not eating the whole meal. I'm gonna eat some, I'm gonna get full about halfway through my plate, and I'm always gonna have leftovers. So, and if when me and Khalil would eat at home, I would eat, get full, and he would finish my food for me. So I was not finishing my meals. Once I got pregnant, I was eating all my food and stealing some of his. I'd finish my plate and be like, babe, you got something for me over there? Because I would still be hungry. Can I get a little something? So I definitely enjoy being able to eat my food. I don't get full as fast. So I definitely love that. Pro number 4 would definitely be the overflow of blessings. Just everybody has been a blessing to us. We had so much help with our baby shower / gender reveal. We've had so many people contacting us saying, hey, what do you guys need? Do you need anything? Let me know if you need something. We've been blessed on blessed on blessed throughout this pregnancy. Blessed on blessed on blessed. We've barely had to actually purchase anything because people have been so amazing with blessing us with things for this baby. So he don't need for nothing. This boy got clothes up until 9 months, y'all. We don't have to buy clothes until he start hitting 9-month sizes, which is, it's just a blessing, y'all. There's nothing else I can call it but a blessing. Pro number 5, y'all, is government assistance. If y'all have been watching my channel, then y'all know Khalil and I moved to Florida. We've been here for a month and some change. And I've been stressed out about finding a doctor's office. A lot of doctors won't see you here without Medicaid. And with me about to have a baby, of course I'm not looking for a job right now. So I was worried about how we was going to get to see a doctor and how I was going to take care of it. But government assistance, y'all. We got Medicaid and food stamps. Praise be to God. So I can feed us and we can go to the doctor without having to worry. So I ain't never gonna knock nothing free, praise the Lord. Baby already got insurance and he's not even here. So I found him a doctor. I gotta call and get him set up so he can have his first appointment whenever he gets here. Because I've heard the doctor said that he would have to have an appointment set up before we leave the hospital. Like, they won't let us leave the hospital if he doesn't have a doctor's appointment. So I found him a doctor. We've got insurance, got the cards in the mail. So we are good to roll. So my next pro would be swelling. And I know y'all are like, hello, swelling is not a pro. But just like with my morning sickness, I have had very, very minimal swelling. And I've only had it in my face. And I had some swelling in my hands. But the swelling in my hands only showed up when I was out walking. My hands would swell up. But other than that, I have not had any swelling. Like, I hear a lot of moms saying how their legs swell up and how their feet swell up. But I have been blessed not to experience that. I have had zero swelling of my hands, my feet and my legs. My hands only swell up twice, and my face would get chunky when I was dehydrated. So I've really been blessed with, not being all swollen and feet hurting, and I haven't had any of that. So that is definitely a pro. My next pro, and y'all might find this one like funny, but it is a pro to me, is my thickness. I'm not gonna lie, this baby boy has been blessing his mommy with a body yaddy yaddy. I have gained 50 pounds during my pregnancy, but it's all gone like to the best of places. I've gotten thick in the waist, my thighs getting thicker, the butt's bootying, the booty is bootying. Only thing I can say is these boobies, y'all. These boobies are getting heavy, and I'm not appreciating that. But I know like that has to happen because I want to breastfeed. They gotta do what they gotta do for that milk production. So I ain't complaining, but they definitely heavy. They're making my back hurt a little bit, and they're a little suffocating, but I'm getting thick in all the right places. My pro number 8 is that I have had very, very minimal pain. Like, the pain really didn't hit until I got into my 3rd trimester. My right hip started to hurt, my back started to hurt, and of course, as he gets lower, my pelvis starts to hurt, and the bottom of my stomach gets a little tender sometimes. And that lightning crotch, we're just gonna leave that at that. But I have had very minimal pain throughout my pregnancy. My 9th and at most favorite pro, this has been like my most favorite part of pregnancy, is the baby movements. Like, at first, just like everybody said, at first it felt like little butterflies, but as he got bigger and gets bigger, they feel like it's actual movement. And now that he's like big and head down and stuff, I can see him moving my stomach. Like, he'll poke through one side and you can see it looks like a little back or a little butt poking out, my stomach a little lopsided, and I just think it is the coolest thing ever. I love to feel him move, but he loved to move at night, y'all. That's his favorite time to move. When I lay down, get ready to go to sleep, get nice, calm, cool, and collected, that's when he want to start moving around. He want to wiggle and jiggle when I'm laying down trying to get comfortable. But, oh, and meal times. It's like he knows when it's time to eat. Because when I start eating, he get happy and hype. He start wiggling. He'll shift from side to side. He'll give me a little kick. But then when it's time for kick counts, he don't want to move. Y'all, if you've ever been pregnant before, you know that once you hit the 3rd trimester, they ask you to start counting kicks. I have an alarm set for 4 o'clock to count his kicks, because that's usually when he starts moving around. But as soon as the alarm go off, I turn on the kick counter, he don't want to move. He act like he sleep. But 9 o'clock at night, when I'm ready to rest, he want to start wiggling and jiggling around, and it's during party time. That's my baby. My last pro, again, one of my favorites has been the belly growth. I have really enjoyed watching my belly grow, and it's been crazy because at the beginning of my pregnancy, you know, I thought I had me a little belly because I was a little pudgy before I got pregnant. But once that belly like actually started to grow and I look back through those pictures, like, it's crazy how I went from being like, I don't know, it was just, the belly I thought I had looked like nothing once I started looking back through the pictures. But I've been taking pictures of my stomach every week, every Wednesday when my week changes since I was 9 weeks, and I make sure I send it to my mama. So I've been sending her pictures of my belly every week since I was 9 weeks pregnant. So that's been my favorite thing, to go back through and go and look from 9 weeks to 35 weeks to see the difference in my stomach and see how it's grown. And it's honestly one of the craziest things. On to the cons, my least favorite things about pregnancy. My number one con was, like I told y'all in the beginning, when I had that morning sickness for 2 weeks, y'all, I couldn't eat. I was not eating at all. For 2 weeks, I could barely eat saltines. I'd eat maybe 2 or 3 saltines and couldn't eat anymore. And I would drink a little bit of ginger ale, and that was it, because I just couldn't do it. That's just how sick I was those first 2 weeks. But once it went away, it didn't come back. And once it went away, that appetite was there. My appetite was in there. But I was so sick that I couldn't eat. I was worried about my nutrition and his nutrition. So Khalil and I went to the ER to make sure that everything was okay with me and my little baby. They didn't do anything, but they pumped me with some IV meds to help with the nausea, and it did. After leaving the hospital that day, I think I had nausea maybe one more time, but it helped. So that was good. I was just worried that because I wasn't keeping anything down, I could barely keep water down, so I was just worried that my baby wasn't getting the nutrition he needed, and I was worried that I wasn't getting the nutrition I needed. So we went to get checked out. My second and probably biggest con of this entire pregnancy is always being in the bathroom. Even in the beginning, I was going to the bathroom. It felt like I was going to the bathroom every 20 minutes. It felt like I was up 5 times a night going to the bathroom, and it was just irritating. I would turn over and be like, oh, not again. I would try to ignore it and be like, please go away, go away, go away. Nah, it would get to that point where it was like, okay, you don't go, I'm gonna pee in his bed. So, and now with him being bigger, I feel like I was going more in the beginning than I am now. Like now I'll get up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night. It was once, you know, it got into once, but now that he's head down and bigger, I'm going 2 and 3 times a night. So, but it's always about the same time. Like I'll go right before I cuddle down to go to bed. I'll make sure I go use the bathroom, and then around 4 I'll have to get up and go again. Every night it's always around the same time, so around 4 o'clock I'll get up and go again, and then I'll sleep for a couple hours, and then I'm back up at 6 something going to the bathroom again. But it feels like when I turn over at night is when like I really have to go. I don't know if it's me turning over and he's like moving to my bladder, or if it's just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm conscious when I turn over. That's when I feel like I have to go. But that's when it hits me that I gotta use the bathroom, usually when I turn over. So, and it feels like during the day I don't feel like I go a lot, but at night I'm up using the bathroom. My third con for pregnancy is definitely the change in my skin. I've always had nice skin, or mom's always told me I had nice skin. And you see a lot of people, they get like, they break out on their face. Some people have, in videos I've been watching, they'll say their faces change colors and be like 2 tones or whatever. Well, my neck and my chest did that. My chest got so dark, y'all. It doesn't even match my face anymore. My neck and chest are like my daddy color, and my face is my mama color. So I am definitely two-toned. And then my chest and neck didn't change colors all the way, so some of my old color is like still there, but then the rest of it is dark. And when I did my makeup for my gender reveal, my face did not match my neck because of the color change. And there was nothing I could do about it because I wore a white dress, so I couldn't put makeup on my neck and chest because it would have been all over my dress. So I was just two-toned for my gender reveal. And then I have what my mama called baby acne on my first it was just my neck, like under here, and it was my neck and my décolleté area. But within the last few weeks of my pregnancy, it's been like right here, just here was like getting that little acne look. And it's not bad, but it's definitely there, but it's starting to go away. Finally starting to go away. So yeah, it's not horrible. Oh, and it's on my back too. It's on my back. Khalil be like, you got bumps on your back. I said, yeah, baby, your son giving me back knee. And then to couple along with that, in my last trimester, I've started to have the itches. But it's only when I lay down for bed. I lay down, get ready to go to bed, and I'm itching. My legs are itching. My stomach is itching. My chest is itching. My back is itching. And it's crazy because I read up on something, a symptom that they call restless leg syndrome. I think they should call it restless skin syndrome because I just be itching everywhere. I had to sit up and be like, look, you scratch my back, you scratch my back. Because I be itching that bad. My fourth con, and probably my second biggest, it might be first or tied with going to the bathroom all the time, is unwanted physical contact. It's like once you start showing, you are automatically a magnet for people to touch you. And I just, I'm already a person that doesn't like physical contact. But once I started showing, everybody and their mama was putting their hands on my belly. And I get some people are like, you know, family. They're just like, oh, okay, my sister's pregnant. Let me touch her stomach. But I just feel like you could ask. My little sister would always ask before she touched me. But it made me uncomfortable. I don't know. It made me uncomfortable. I could be at work having a conversation with a coworker and they would just reach out and touch me without asking, just reach out and touch me. And I just didn't like it. I started to make myself a shirt that said, please do not touch. I just didn't like it. I already don't like physical contact. And now y'all are just touching me without asking. It was, So yeah, that was a con. Moving on. My fifth con is people blowing up my phone. If y'all know me real good, you know I'm not a big communication person and I suck at communicating when I do communicate. So to start getting phone calls and texts from people that don't talk to me or haven't talked to me in years, it was kind of irritating. Like, you haven't talked to me in over a decade and now you want to text me and, hey, how you doing? What you mean, hey, how I'm doing? That hey, how you doing is late. I don't have time for this mess. I got big things going on now. I ain't got time for no hey, how you doing? From somebody that don't actually care how I'm doing. Keep it pushing like you been doing. That's just how I feel about it. And we're gonna leave that one at that. Con number 6, y'all, is heartburn. And heartburn, it was something I thought I had skipped. Because at first, I wasn't having it. I didn't start having heartburn until it might have been about 3 weeks ago. I started having heartburn. And it is bad. It's bad. It, once again, strikes when I'm ready to go to sleep. Now, at first, we were eating dinner late. So mom was like, you gotta stop eating so late. With your organs being pushed around and squished up, you're not giving yourself enough time to digest. I was like, okay. So we started eating earlier. I also chopped it up to red sauce and dairy, because I read red sauce and dairy can also contribute to heartburn as well as caffeine, which I have cut back on. But it was still happening, and y'all, it'd be so bad that I'd have to like sit up in bed and hold my chest and take like deep breaths, because it felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. And when they say heartburn, they mean heartburn. That thing hurts bad. But it got to the point where I had to start taking something for it. Mom said it's called Pepsid, not Pepside. So I started taking Pepsid for it. Hold on, I'm trying to part this out of my head and this is hard. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. But I had to change the way I was eating and what time I was eating because of how bad it was. So it's not as bad as it was before, and it's not as often as it was before, but I am still having heartburn. So that's definitely one of my cons. It sucks. So another con I have is the difficulty rolling in and out of the bed.
You're my girl, and I'ma tell it to the whole wide world.
Rolling in and out the bed is not as hard as it was before, because we took our bed off the, what you call it, the frame. So it's sitting on the floor now instead of 5 feet up in the air where I gotta jump out. So I just roll myself to the side and push myself out the bed to get up and go to the bathroom. But with my stomach being the way it is now and him being kind of low, that's getting a little tough, because I kind of feel like I'm crunching up my stomach to get out the bed. But we making it happen. Sometimes I have to ask Khalil for help. He'll have to help me pull out the bed. Sometimes I have to ask Khalil for help. He'll have to help me pull out the bed or push me up so I can get out the bed or turn over. I'll be struggling. So with that, I would accompany that con with my sleep positions. Prior to pregnancy, I was a strict belly sleeper. I did not sleep on either side ever. I slept strictly on my stomach. But ever since I found out I was pregnant, even before I started growing, I couldn't sleep on my stomach. My brain would not let me. As much as I wanted to be on my stomach, my brain would not let me lay on my stomach. I was scared I was gonna squish my baby, even when he was just little bitty. I miss sleeping on my stomach.
It's almost time.
I miss sleeping on my stomach. I feel like once I can get back on my stomach, I'm gonna get the best sleep of my life.
I promise you.
Best sleep of my life. So my last and final con of pregnancy is insomnia. And it hasn't been horrible, but there have been some nights where I'll just lay down and I know I'm tired. I know I'm ready to go to sleep. I just can't go to sleep. My brain will be talking. I can't get my brain to shut off. My body will be uncomfortable. I can't get comfortable. So that makes me upset. So I just can't go to sleep. And Khalil be over there sleeping good too, y'all. He be over there sleeping good and I just be up. And I don't want to cut the TV on because he be asleep. So I just lay there. And I try not to pick my phone up because that's not going to do anything but make me even more awake. But it's been some nights I'll be up all night. A few nights ago, I ain't go to sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, and then was up 4 hours later. Those are my pros and cons of pregnancy. Not complaining, just sharing my experience. Thank y'all for watching. This is the end of my pros and cons video. Don't forget to give me a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for new videos every Wednesday and Sunday.
I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment?